I hope that some of y'all have checked out the YouTube page to see, how it's set up and how you can access the resources that are there. If not the class, then the tutorials that are under playlist and Tai Chi. It's just a different way to practice. But if there's ever a reason why you have to miss class, that you can re-watch it in your own time. So you never actually get behind. This class is unlike other exercise classes in that it is progressive. It builds on each other. So we learned something today that we didn't know last week. And so next week, we'll learn something new on top of what we learned today. So it's not that you're going to get behind per se, because we do go very slow and we're very repetitive with what we do. But you're missing a good time if you're not able to come to class. Let me write down constants. Now we have 11.
All right.
I am proud of y'all for showing up and coming, because I'll tell y'all the truth. I said to Samantha, oh, they'll come to class. They won't all come every week. So, we won't have to worry about sticking to the 10 and no over 10 rule, because they won't come to class. But look at y'all proving me wrong. So y'all keep proving me wrong every single week. I challenge you. I like to be proven wrong in this instance. So here we go. And y'all let me know if you do rewatch class, and you're taking it seriously, you're rewatching class, you didn't want to miss, but you had to. Y'all let me know if that's you. And because it doesn't tell me on YouTube who is watching, or if it does, I don't know how to look that up. But I don't mind to give you credit for class if you are rewatching it in your own time, because you weren't able to. I prefer you to come to class, of course. That way, if you have to ask questions, then I'm here for you. All right, so let's get started. Open, closing our hands, just walking, bending our elbows. We're just warming up that body. Every time we spend a little time getting our bodies warmed up. I don't know if y'all have been outside this morning, but it was kind of surprising to me that it's not suffocating outside. There's a little bit of coolness in the air, and I welcome that. I love summer. I'm a summer girl. It's my favorite season. But when you've had about 55, 110 degree days, it's time to move on to something else, all right?
Right.
So we are ready for a change. One reason why I'm ready for the change of weather is I want to build a campfire so I can roast marshmallows. And you can't do that when it's 110 degrees outside. So that's one thing I'm looking forward to with the change of the season.
Yeah. Yeah, you can roast them without the fire.
Well, it's just not the same, Ed. It's just not the same. It's the whole experience. I know you can put them in the oven or put them in the microwave, but that's not. I want to have a stick. I want to stick it up that marshmallow and hold it over and watch those little embers dance. And it's just one of my things I love to do in the fall and winter. Probably more winter than fall, because our fall tends to be kind of hot. All right, so nice and warm. We're getting in our stable stance. So our feet are about shoulder width or hip width apart. The space that makes you feel stable and comfortable. I know for sure that your feet being right beside each other is not the most stable, and if your feet are real far apart from each other, that's not the most stable. But find your magic spot with the distance of your feet. Stand with good posture. It's like a string that pulls up and down at the same time. yet our shoulders are still relaxed. So we're in a nice supportive stance. And this is a stance that we want to maintain anytime that we're standing somewhere. Another way we can stand that's very stable is called a staggered stance. And that's where one foot is a little further behind than the other. We're going to move into learning our Tai Chi sets of movements. Our second move is a single whip. And we put our bodies in a staggered stance when we're in that single whip. So this is a good stance, nice soft bend in our knee, or you can have the other foot in front and back. So it's the same. It's just whichever you prefer. If you want to take a break from this stable stance, go into staggered this way or staggered with the other one in front. But those are ways to hold your body in the world that help support you and lessen your chance of falling. Specifically, if somebody comes and bumps into you, you can absorb their impact if you have a stable stance and the soft bend in your knees. So we're in that stance with our feet side by side. No tension anywhere in our body. We're breathing. I want you to even think about your jaw. Make sure you're not holding any tension there. Sometimes we clench our jaw together. I want you to breathe and really think about scanning through your body, any tension you're holding anywhere, any pain you may be having. Just recognize that. And as you exhale, think exhaling tension, exhaling pain. So letting that tension go, relaxing our bodies. As we continue to breathe, we're going to go through our warm-ups that we've learned the past couple weeks, starting with our neck, bringing our hands up, palms down, turn them towards our chin and chest, turn and push away, and follow those hands all the way down, chin to chest. You should feel a little stretch in the back of your neck as you move slow, smooth, and continuous. That's one of our principles, is in movement control. The pace of our movement is very slow. Our next neck exercise starts out that same way. And then we drop one hand to our hip and follow this one as we look towards our shoulder. Again, feeling a stretch in our neck. Switching hands. Side to side. Think about how often you need to turn your neck. I think we take it for granted, and whenever it's brought to my attention most, is for some reason just out of the blue and for no reason, I'll get is it a crink or a crank or a whatever, a glitch in my neck, and I'll really wish for the days that my head could move side to side freely. A lot of moments in our day where we need to be able to turn that head, and this stretch and warm up in our Tai Chi class prepares us for that. It's called an activity of daily living, an ADL, if you ever heard that acronym. Now let's roll our shoulders forward. Remember, small circles about the size of a quarter on the sides of our legs. Continuing to breathe. I'm wearing another one of our t-shirts that you can earn if you come to 11 of the 16 classes. And remember, I cut mine off, so you'll get the whole shirt. You won't get the part of the shirt like me. If you want to cut yours off, you can. But your shirt will be the full length. Unless Unless you want me to cut it off for you, I can. Just rotating that shoulder back like a massage you give yourself. And it also helps reset your posture. Now let's do a shoulder circle. We bring those hands up, palms up, turn and push down in front of us. Now notice I use the word push, and that reminds us for that gentle resistance, which is one of our principles. And we move as if we're moving through thick air. That helps contribute to that slow, smooth, continuous. Also helps us engage muscle that we wouldn't use unless we pretended that we were pushing through thick air. And remember, it's gentle. It's not harsh. We're not really pushing through the heavy air. It's just slightly heavy. All right, let's go to our ball. We're going to stretch our spine by bringing the hand up and keep the other hand down. We're pushing up and down at the same time. Coming back to our ball and switch. I heard my back crack when I did that stretch. Notice I'm keeping a soft bend in my elbow. If your shoulder doesn't allow you to move your arm like that high, you can bring it really small, and I call it a stretchy string. So here I have this stretchy string, and I'm pulling that string, and I'm thinking about stretching my back, and then I come down and I pull that string and stretch my back. And so if you have limitations in your shoulders, that may work better for you to stretch your back. Now, I'll be honest with y'all. When I very first, can't hear me, you might try the volume on the side of your Claris. Are you on a Claris? Can everybody hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, can you hear the music?
Yes.
Okay, I turned it low, but I wanted it to kind of be in the background. Try your volume, Miss Clara, and see if that helps. But I'll be honest with you, when I very first did that movement that we just did, I made it more about my arms stretching, because that was a movement that I did, you know, kind of when I got out of bed in the morning and just stretched. And it was more about my arms, and I didn't really think about my spine. So it took me a while to really learn how to engage the muscles in my back with that movement. So don't worry if you're not quite understanding it, but in your mind, think about that back stretching, and don't focus on your arms. And not locking your arms will help you engage your back as well. So that's just something that I always remember, is not really understanding how to stretch the spine with that movement. And really this stretchy string too, because you really have to be able to engage that back muscle when you use that little small string. So keep working towards it is what I'm trying to say. Let's go back to our ball. We're going to stretch and warm up our spine horizontally. So side to side. Remember, the hand on top tells us the direction we're going. Gotcha. I don't know how you muted me or how to unmute me. Technology is our friend, if only we knew how to use it. I don't know if y'all watch TV with closed captioning. I think that's just what old people do. And I'm not saying that in a derogatory way, because I can't watch TV without closed captioning now. And last night it was about to get the best of me trying to figure out how to turn on closed captioning in the Prime app. But I finally figured it out, and I could enjoy my show after that. So y'all don't tell me if y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Y'all just shake your head and agree, like y'all get it. Make me feel good. There's probably a way to put me on closed captioning, but there's no telling how it would translate my accent, because I don't know that it understands the way I talk. All right, let's see. That's for our spine. Now we're going to go to our hips. Now remember, when we get to the lower body exercises, it gets a little more challenging because we're shifting weight and holding weight on one leg as we move the other leg, right? So just be conscious of that. Know your limitations. Know when you need to take a break, and take a break. You always have permission to take a break. You can do this seated. You can have something stable nearby, whether it be a wall, a table. You know, you can have your chair and not touch it. But just knowing it's there, just knowing that you can touch it if necessary, it just is a comfort. So remember, as we shift weight, we do our weight shifting slowly. And when we shift the weight, make sure that weight is over top of that hip, over top of that knee, over top of that ankle. And then you're ready to lift this foot, place the heel forward, hands back, maintaining that upright posture, and toe back, hands forward, back like a kickstand, so not straight back. Heel forward, hands back, pause in the middle, and toe back.
In the middle. In the middle.
It's that pause in the middle. You don't have to pause. I just like to, for just in case I need to regroup. Let's go to the other side. Shift the weight. Heel forward, hands back. Pause in the middle. And if you're holding on to a chair, obviously, it's fine to skip these hand movements. Your stability is most important. Practicing weight on one leg is gonna help get those muscles strong. So there's just no way around going through the work to get the strength. So let's shift to one leg, tap the foot out.
Like this.
This is the other one for our, when my hands is kind of like a scoop, and I stop at the edge of my frame. I don't go any further, and I don't lean. I stay upright. So that's a challenge for us to stay upright as we shift the weight. Again, if you need to use a chair or something else for stability, skip this hand movement. But do what you can to practice weight transfer, to practice weight on one leg. So if you know somebody who they don't want to sign up for Tai Chi, they're not a bit interested in this class, but they are interested in strengthening or falls prevention, that's an exercise that they can do, is weight transfer to get those muscles strong, because that is one of our principles with our body structure, weight transfer with an upright posture, and that's where magic happens. So let anybody know that's an exercise they can do and not have to try Tai Chi, but slow, smooth, continuous, upright posture, and weight transfer. All right, to our knees. We have our loose fist, like we're holding an egg we don't want to break. We're going to shift weight to one leg. We're going to lift, tap, and punch. You may feel a little bit of a wobble in that leg that's holding your weight. And that's okay. That's your body finding its balance. Usually I'll feel a wobble if I have too much cushion in my shoe, because my foot is sitting on top of a lot of cushion and that has a lot of movement. So a very flat shoe works best for me. So find a shoe where you feel the most stable and wear that. We know that a backless shoe, a flip-flop, those are shoes that aren't stable shoes. We don't want to wear shoes that increase our chance of falls. Oh, I know there are times when we just got to wear those shoes and be cute. Those ones that are going to make our bunions scream at us. All right. Now we're going to do our other knee exercise where we step forward. And when we step in Tai Chi, it's an empty step. So I place my foot forward. Now I'm going to shift to that foot as I punch that opposite hand and bring it back. So I keep both feet flat on the floor. Don't resist that back heel coming off the floor as you shift forward. Shift, and it's a small step. Shift and bring it back side by side. Another great exercise for weight transfer because we shift weight forward and back and side to side, all while maintaining upright posture. We're utilizing principles in our warm-up. All right, now for our ankles. Let's shift the weight to one leg and rock the foot, heel, toe, heel, toe. Bring it back, shift weight, and other foot, heel, toe, heel, toe. Bring it back, and little toe, big toe. So we're going side to side. Getting rid of this stiffness and tension that may be in our ankle joint. Let's don't forget about our ankle and how important it is to our stability as well. And other foot, big toe, little toe. So these are our warm-ups, and as promised, each time our warm-ups will take up less time. We can get to where our warm-ups may take about 15 minutes or even 10 minutes. Most likely 15 in this class. But on your own, you may spend a little less time because you're not going to talk through so much of it. So that's what we do every time. We walk around, warm up our bodies, and then do our warm-up stretches for our major joints, including our neck, shoulders, spine, hips, knees, and ankles. All right, so we are, wait, let me pause. Are there any questions about any of those, or do you need me to go over any specifically?
Good morning, Jennifer. I have a question. When I'm doing my push downs, I tend to tighten up. Should I just relax?
Which movements?
When I'm doing this with opening, going down.
Hold on, I can't
Can you
see.
see? Oh, let me see. When I'm doing this,
Uh-huh.
I'm tightening.
Okay.
Should I just be relaxed?
Yeah, keep yourself as relaxed as possible and then push down. Like,
Okay.
I want you to think about gentle resistance. Like, the air's a little bit heavy, but you're going through it with ease. If you're thinking slow, smooth, continuous, then that kind of lightens up that movement. Also, I have noticed in myself that anytime I raise my arms, and this is one of those movements where you raise your arms, that because it utilizes your shoulder muscles, and when you use muscle, the muscle tightens. I have noticed anytime I raise my arms and those muscles tighten, that I've caught myself keeping it tight. So that may be what you're talking about. You feel those muscles start working and then you don't let them go. So think about those muscles and you feel them working, but then you push down and you let that go. So it's okay to feel a little bit of tension as you come up because you need muscle in order to move your body, and then push down and let it go. So just practice that lightness, or even thinking about lightness. And if you feel yourself kind of resisting more, then let go of the word resistance and use the word light or air or float. And those words will allow you to let go of tension. So hopefully that helps and makes sense. Our mind is so powerful, y'all. And the words that we feed it fully takes it in and accepts it. So we want to feed our minds good things. We want to guide our minds in a positive way because our bodies react to that. And so in our movements, gathering good stuff and filling our bodies with that good stuff. And that this motion right here we do in the beginning of class and the end of class because it can be used in different ways. So gathering good, filling you up with that good, or gathering calm, breathe in calm, and breathe out stress. So this movement too can be pushing away something that you want to get rid of. So those are words of affirmation, and we can use that with our movement. So hopefully thinking a certain word will help loosen that up a little bit. But the fact that you're conscious and you're recognizing it is like A+, because that is body awareness, and that is the ultimate gift Tai Chi gives us with recognizing what we're doing to our bodies, with our bodies, what we're holding in our bodies, and then we can fix it. We make that adjustment, and then we're better for it. So that's body awareness. So that's like an A+ for the day. So good job, Miss Iris. All right. So we are ready for learning our first Tai Chi movement. In our series of movements, we have 6 basic movements and we have 6 advanced movements in our part 1. And our basic 6 are the ones that Dr. Lamb designed to be seated Tai Chi or to be standing. So these 6 movements are easily done seated as well as standing. So I'm going to turn around because that is easy for me to follow, but I will also won't neglect you from the front. So I'll show you what it looks like from the front. Footwork for commencement. Well, let me show you what it looks like from the front, and then I'll turn around and then I'll break it down for you. So you can just watch for right now. This movement is called commencement. I'm going to do it mirror image. So when I do mirror image, this is my right and this is my left. Okay? So here's the movement of commencement.
What's she doing?
That is commencement. So let me tell you what I did. So I brought my hands up, and as they came down, I shifted right. I placed my left foot out. I brought my hands in and up my body. I shifted left as I placed those arms out. I brought my right foot forward and my hands came back, and that is commencement. So with my feet, I'm taking a step forward. With my hands, to show you from the side, they face each other the whole time. They start out beside my leg. I bring my hands up, facing each other, and down. I bring them towards my hips, up my body, out, and back in. So you saw some hand movement. Again, hands faced each other the whole time. My hands are extended, or my arms are extended from my body, but there's the soft bend. So even though I'm extended from my body, I'm not out like Frankenstein. I never lock my elbows. So it's a soft elbow as I bring those hands up. And notice I stopped about shoulder height. I didn't go up here. Once I come up here, you really do start feeling tension. And so we don't want that tension. We want it here. Then we're coming down and about to my hips, I bring them in. I always think here like an elevator, like I come up my body like an elevator. And then I take my hands out. And then I bring my hands in. And at the end of the movement, my fingers are pointing up. So that's what's happening with my hands, is up, down, in, up, out, and back in. The footwork is a step forward. So remember, I shift my weight right. I place my left foot out there. I shift left and bring the right foot forward. And when I bring that right foot forward, it's an empty step, so no weight is given to that foot immediately. And then I adjust it to where now there's weight on both feet. So at the end of the movement, my feet are about hip width apart, and I have weight on both of my legs. So again, practice that footwork. Shift right. Place left. Shift left. Right foot forward. And then adjust weight on both feet. Now, if you're doing this seated, you are not going to step forward because you will walk right out of your chair. So you're not going to step. Whenever you do seated, it's more about, let me get my chair. It's more about engaging muscle in your legs by pushing into the floor. So here I'm sitting in my chair. My feet are still shoulder width apart. My feet are on the ground. And whenever you know how I shifted weight to my right foot? And then I stepped with my left. And then I shifted to my left foot. And then I brought my right foot forward. And then I put weight on both legs. So seated, what you would do is push that right foot into the floor. And then push that left foot into the floor. And then release the pressure. So you just pushed into the floor to engage muscle. So when you do the movement seated, remember, you have good posture, and feet are engaged, feet are shoulder width apart. We bring those hands up, down, up, out, and in. And what I did with my feet was pushed one to the floor, released.
Up.
Pushed the other to the floor,
Down.
and released.
Bring it to your body.
So that engaged that muscle as I went through that hand movement.
Step the right foot.
So that is pretty much the way it goes when you do seated Tai Chi. You're engaging muscle by pushing the feet. Now, sometimes people struggle with that. So, what can I offer you there? Is always use good posture. Always have your feet engaged and connected to the floor. Stay grounded. So, upright posture, our feet are grounded. So I'm not just back here, just lounging in my chair. I'm engaging muscles, specifically the core muscle in my body, and then I'm connected to the ground, which is important as I go through my commencement movement. Even if I never push a foot into the floor and engage muscle, just being in this upright posture and feet connected to the floor, it is engaging muscle because you're supporting your body upright. You're not making the chair support you. You're supporting yourself in the chair. All right. So we're going to put, if you're seated, you're not so much worried about putting the feet and the hands together and where's the weight shift. But if you're standing, there are parts of these movements that go together. I encourage you to keep this in mind as we move forward and we're learning new moves. Most of the time in a Tai Chi movement, there is a hand movement that goes with a weight shift. And if you learn to put that hand movement with the weight shift, then you're going to get the most out of your movement. So in commencement, you bring your hands up. Nothing's happening with your weight. You have your weight on both feet. It's when you bring your hands down that you shift the weight to that right foot. So experience that. Experience bringing those hands up and shift to that. Oops, sorry, I was doing mirror image, turned around backwards. We bring those hands up, shift right as those hands go down. Hands up, hands down, shift right. Okay? So the hand down and the weight down. That goes together. That matches.
Right.
What's next? We step left. So we shift weight to a foot or a leg so that we can do something with the other foot or leg. And then we'll shift the weight back to that leg so we can do something with this leg. So we shift weight to free this other one up to do something. So when we shift all the weight to that right foot, it's so that we can take our left leg, place that foot out. And notice I said place it out, and that's because it's an empty step. So shift right, place left, now shift left, right foot forward. Okay, so we're good on that.
Right hand on the left. Right foot goes
Bring
in.
those hands down, shift right, place the left. Now I've placed the left, now I'm going to bring my hands in and up. Now I'm ready to shift to my left foot. I'm going to shift to my left foot as my hands extend out. Then I'm going to bring the right foot forward, empty step. Now I bring my hands back and my weight goes to, I even my weight out. So now I have weight on both feet. So it's up, shift right down, place left, hands come in and up, shift left as those hands go out, right foot forward, hands come back. Now I have weight on both feet. What are some of the challenges? Okay, we don't want to lean as we shift. So we always want to maintain upright posture. So when we step left and we go to extend those hands as we shift left, My body stays upright. My body does not lean as I extend those hands forward. Challenge yourself to stay upright and shift weight and extend those arms. Bring that right foot forward. Then the hands come back, and now you have weight on both feet. So that's commencement. Let's practice. So there are those 2 moments when weight shift and hand movement go together. There's hands down, weight down to that right foot, place left, shift left as those hands go out. So see, I'm shifting forward and my hands are extending forward. So they're going in the same direction. Just like when we went down to this right foot, our hands went down. When we shift left or shift forward, our hands go forward. And then we bring those hands back, adjust the weight to both legs. So keep those 2 moments specifically in mind. Down, shift down, out, shift forward. All right, we're going to practice commencement several times. And we may learn that second move today. It's very, very difficult. So beware that the second move is so hard. But I believe in y'all. I believe you can do it. All right, here we go. And commence. Hands come up. Down, shift right. Place left. Hands come in and up.
Straight. Bring another foot in.
Shift left as those hands go out.
Open.
Right foot forward.
Open.
Hands come back. Now I have weight on both legs.
Close.
Okay.
That means you keep, because if you was to flat thing, it's like this.
And again, commence up, down, shift right. Place left. My weight's still on my right foot. I placed the left, but gave it no weight. I bring those hands in,
Right foot.
up, shift left as they go out. Right foot forward, hands come back. That's commencement. All right, let's do it again. In your stable stance.
Well, what? Honey, you've been doing it with me.
Think about your posture.
Think about it.
Any kind of tension you may be holding in your shoulders or neck, let tension go. We're breathing. And we're ready to commence. Hands up. Down, shift right. Place left. Hands come in and up. Shift left as they go out. Right foot forward. Hands come back. There you go. Practice again. For this to be the first move, I think it is very complicated. This is the only move that we don't do on both sides. Every other move we do to the right and to the left. But this is the only time that we shift down, step, shift forward, hands come together. We don't do it the opposite way. This is the only move that we have that we don't go both ways in. For the most part, other than this move, Tai Chi is balanced. Whatever we do on one side, we do on the other. Because we want our whole body to be strong, not just one side. So, commencement is our first move. Let's practice it again. We're breathing, no tension, good posture. We're grounded in the floor. And commence. Hands up and down, shift right. Place left, hands come in and up. Shift left as they go out. Right foot forward, hands come back, open, close. All right.
What do we channel? You see what you're doing? I've showed you.
Commence.
Keep
Hands
watching.
up. Down, shift right.
Get on the right foot. Right, get on your right
On the
foot.
left foot. She's
I
got
said, get on your right foot.
Yeah.
Shift left as those hands go forward. Bring that right foot forward. Hands come back. Open and close.
Out. Get on your right foot. Look. Lean on your right foot.
Yeah.
And then step out.
All right. So
Open.
Okay.
one thing I want you to keep in mind is that when you shift the weight, you're right over top of that hip, that knee, and that ankle. So if you're using something to help you balance, and again, that's fine if you want to use something to balance, but don't lean into it. Practice being upright over top of that hip, knee, and ankle. Use that support, but stay upright yourself. And you're engaging these muscles in your core, in the front and in the back, that help keep you upright. Once you lean, that's pushing you towards falling. And that's what we're trying not to do. So even with support, you want to practice good posture so that you teach your body how to use these muscles to keep your body upright and not truly lean and rely on something to hold you up. This is just a supporter so that you get used to using these muscles to stay upright. Or if you use a chair, skip the hand movements, practice that weight shift with the upright posture and the empty step. Now, because we go slow in our movement, our weight is on one leg for quite a while because we're going slow. We step out empty, so we've stepped out empty, there's no weight. That means this leg is still holding our weight. So again, our leg holds our body weight for a long time by the nature of the pace of our movements. And so you may feel that a little bit, and don't rush through it, but do what you need to do to support your body. The good comes from the challenge. Y'all know, anytime you've ever been challenged in life, you've grown from that experience. And that's what we do in Tai Chi. We challenge our muscles to hold us upright, to keep us from falling, by doing these movements that involve weight transfer. So let's do commencement again. Let's do it 3 times, and then I'm going to show you the second move. And commence. All right, again, I'll talk you through it. I kind of left you hanging there on purpose that time. Hands come up. Shift right as they come down. Place left. Hands come in and up. Shift left as they go out. Right foot forward. Hands come back. Open and close. Oops. I went to the second one. Sorry. And commence. One more time, I'll talk you through. And commence. Hands come up. Down, shift right. Place left. Hands come in and up. Place left as they go out. Right foot forward. Hands come back. Open and close. I did it again out of habit.
Yeah.
Open and close. We might as well go ahead and pull the Band-Aid off, y'all. This difficult movement, that's called open and close. The very, very hard and challenging movement that may take you years to learn and get good at. Here's what it looks like. many years, you think? We love commencement because we know there's at least one movement we can always do is commencement. And so is open and close. To me, commencement is very challenging, being our very first movement. And so I think right away, Dr. Lamb gives us a gift of open and close, which is a breath. Our hands are facing each other, and we inhale and we exhale. So we open our hands and we close our hands. So that move actually can be done in quite a few ways. One of the ways is what I just said, that breath. I'm holding my hands out here. I'm holding them away from my body. I'm giving my armpits room to breathe. And when I inhale, because I'm filling these lungs with air, it's pushing my arms out. And when my arms are pushed out, my hands open. And then when I exhale and empty those lungs with air, it's pushing my hands back together. And that's just from breath. I did not physically move my hands. I put my hands out here and I inhaled and they opened, and I exhaled and they closed. So commencement can just be that, a breath. You can sit in your chair and open and close and practice your breathing. And your hands will open and close without you physically moving your hands. So that's one way of doing commencement. Not so much in this. Open and closes in several places in our Tai Chi series of movements. In other spots, that open and close can be used to think about where your feet are and are they in a good stable place to get you to that next move. Your feet should be in the right place after commencement because they should be shoulder width apart. You took a step forward, shoulder width apart. So you don't have to think about feet placement in this first open and close, but sometimes open and close is a pause and an opportunity for you to body scan and make sure your body is in a good position so that you can do that next move safely. Open and close can also be used to practice gentle resistance, which is another one of our principles that I've mentioned. Heavy air, right? The heavy air principle, gentle resistance. So think about gentle resistance in open and close like you're playing an accordion. You're pulling the accordion, you're pushing the accordion. Or you're making taffy, you're pulling that taffy. That gentle resistance with the open and close. And so that's just another way to practice. So you can sit and breathe, open and close. You can sit and breathe and do gentle resistance with open and close. And if you look at your hands after practicing that open and close and breath, you may notice that your hands are really splotchy. And what that means is that you're working with the life energy that is inside of you. Because you're alive, you have life energy. And so Tai Chi helps us increase that life energy. And so specifically practicing principle of Tai Chi through breath, thinking about gentle resistance, thinking about that slow, smooth, continuous, upright posture, you are going to get that chi or that energy flowing. And when you look at your hands and they're splotchy, that's just a visual sight of chi, of your life energy. So don't worry if you experience splotchiness in your hands from Tai Chi. And even in our commencement, notice our hands faced each other. And so that's an important part of Tai Chi. Here in our ball, when we stretched our spine, our hands faced each other and then they separated. In commencement, I told you our hands face each other that whole time. as they go through that movement, and then open and close. So hands facing each other is an important part of our Tai Chi. All right, so now you know the first 2 of our basic 6 movements. And we're only on what, week 3? Look at us. So any questions about commencement or open and close? I encourage you to practice this week. If you can't remember what you've learned in class, replay class. If you don't want to replay class, you don't want to go through 60 minutes of all of it, you just want to go to the commencement part, well, go to the YouTube page, go to playlist, go to the movement. That's called commencement. And it's just one video all about commencement. There's a whole video about open and close. Somehow I found a bunch of things to say about that simple movement. So visit the resources that you have at your hand, but try to do something this week that helps you be better for next week whenever we have class. All right, next week will be September the 2nd. Okay? To go ahead and give y'all a heads up, September the 16th, I will not have class because I will be at a conference in Savannah. You know what I'm going there to talk about? Teaching this class online. So I won't have class on the 16th. So next week we'll have class. The next week we'll have class, but not that following week. And you know, if we miss a class, we just put it to the end. So we'll always have 16 weeks no matter what. I do my best not to cancel, and some things I just can't, I can't help. The only other time I know I'll cancel is on Veterans Day, and that's in November, and that's because my office is closed. I don't see any other ones, and that puts us ending class December 9th. So anyway, but we'll be together next week. Let's cool down by giving ourselves a nice fist massage, thanking our legs for working so hard, breaking up lactic acid that causes soreness. Then let's gather tension purposely and then letting it go consciously. Tension causes pain. Recognize what it feels like and then let it go. Tense and relax. One more. Tense and relax. Shoulder circle. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more. We take our right fist loose, that represents our strength. Our left fingers all together represents our friendship. Our thumb in, our humility. We put those together. In mutual respect, we say namaste. Very good, y'all. Look at us. We're making headway. I'm proud of y'all for showing up. I'm proud of y'all for y'all's effort. Always let me know if you need anything from me or if you have any questions, okay?
Jennifer, just in case I don't get that class, what day did you say that you were getting your mammogram? You wouldn't be?
Yes. That is September 5th. So that's next Friday. And y'all don't worry about that. That's our Friday advanced class that Sharita's talking about. So y'all don't have to write that down. That's September 5th. That's my taking care of business day.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Is everybody good?
Yay.
All right. Love y'all. Have a great week.
You do.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Bye.